So now, the next conversation really proves that size really doesn't matter when it comes to partnerships. Scottish widows have been working with Moneyhub to leverage cutting-edge APIs to help their customers make the most of their financial future. To tell us more about this partnership and it's working, I'm delighted to welcome Victoria Roberts, who's the Director of Victress Communications, Kim Jenkins, who's the Managing Director of Moneyhub API, and Phil Allen, who's the Product Owner, Digital Channel Servicing Lab at Lloyds Banking Group.
Thank you, Rashi. Hello, everybody. Well, we've been talking a lot about partnerships so far since the break, and I am delighted to have the opportunity to talk here today with some people doing a fantastic partnership, and they're going to tell us a little bit more about it. So I'm joined by Phil, who's from Lloyds Banking Group Digital, although I understand you've got your Scottish Widows hat on today. So, Phil, welcome.
Yeah, hi, welcome everyone. Thanks for inviting me.
And Kim from Moneyhub, who leads on the API line of business.
Yeah, thank you everyone. Fantastic sessions so far.
Super. So tell us more. What are you doing? Why is it so great? What are you going to achieve?
What are we going to achieve? So in Lloyds, we've been working for a number of years on trying to help customers see everything in one place. So one of the products I'm responsible for is something called Single Customer View, and that helps our Halifax, Lloyds and Bank of Scotland customers see all of their products from the Lloyds Banking Group in one place. Gone are the days of just logging into your app and just seeing your bank account and savings. You can now log in and see your share dealing account or your pension or your investments. And that's been our first steps, I guess, on that journey of aggregation ourselves. But you know, we want to do more. We want to do more than that, and we want to bring everything in a customer's financial life into one place, because we believe that will help our aims for customers' financial well-being and really bring deeper insights for those customers to make the best choices they possibly can. And that's why we've decided to partner with Moneyhub in that space.
Yeah, absolutely. And so Moneyhub is an open data platform, predominantly on the open banking, open finance side, with lots of premium APIs and enrichment services. And we're incredibly excited to be working with Lloyds in enriching the consumer experiences. And my passion is really good tech with purpose, and being a consumer of Lloyds as well. You know, I'm really, really excited, and Scottish Widows Pension, actually. I'm really excited with the opportunity that we have here as a partnership to grow. And the APIs are driving so many different use cases across quite a wide market now. And yeah, it's incredibly creative. I never thought APIs would be so creative.
Thank you. So that's what you're up to. And what have been the advantages of doing this together? Phil, why didn't you just get some people, build it together? I know you've been doing hackathons and all that sort of thing.
We have. And look, this session's called The Power of Little and Large. And I guess the assumption is that I'm large and you're little. But, you know, I think that the thing is that our you know, collaborating together has been the secret sauce here. And right from the get-go, you know, partnerships are not about a contract. Right? Partnerships are about people, they're about a team and people coming together. So right from the very early days, sort of 9 months ago, you know, we were having our teams together, co-located, and the hackathon that you mentioned was a brilliant example of that. So, you know, there was no kind of like, you know, big business aims. It was get together, start working together, start exploring the code, start understanding more about Moneyhub, create a bit of culture there in the team and start to learn and knowledge share with each other. So that for me is the power of a partnership. It's absolutely not about who's the big and who's the small in it. It's about how the teams can really come together to create some magic, right?
Yeah, and I just add to that, it's the energy that gets created between the businesses. There's a huge amount of expertise in our industry. And I have a little saying in our line of business, is 2 brains is better than 1. Well, you know, we had 60 brains. So I think that is definitely something to really, I don't know, just keep going at with partnerships, is that collaboration. And we are in a better space today to enable that. But yeah, the energy and the expertise bringing organisations together is really where you get the best outcomes.
Excellent. Well, it's all sounding pretty perfect so far, but I'm guessing there have been some challenging times along the way, which I'm sure have all been overcome. But what's difficult about working in this way together? What's been tricky? What are you happy to share to give a bit of advice?
Is this looking at me now?
Well, I mean, yeah, go for it.
So look, it's never straightforward, is it? You know, in partnerships, and like I said before, you know, difficulties around working with fintechs. So I think sometimes there's an expectation that everyone can move at 100 miles an hour, but we know it's, you know, famous in fintech that big incumbents were big and slow, right? Well, unfortunately, sometimes that is still true, but it's true for good reason. You know, we have got really high thresholds for risk and tolerance around that. We have got a lot, you know, 25 million customers to think about, you know, billions and billions of assets to think about, and we have to protect those and think about the customer and the customer risk first. So I get that, you know, Kim and the team are sometimes bashing my door down going, why has that thing not been signed? Why have we not made progress there? Why can't we just experiment with that thing and stick it out to millions and millions of customers? But again, the scale that we operate at, you know, that's front page news, that's 6 o'clock, 10 o'clock news stuff if we get it wrong. So I think, you know, the partnership, again, coming back to that, it's really being open and honest about these things. You know, me sharing with you the frameworks and the processes that we have to go through. And I'm sure you're going to talk about, you know, flexibility on your side about how you've adapted and learned as well that dealing with really, really big banks is you know, part of that recipe is going to need to be flexibility on both sides.
Yeah, and I think flexibility and patience, you know, like fintechs haven't been around for a while in fintechs. We're so eager to deliver. We're so excited and, you know, we just want to get going. And you do have to have that acceptance, that understanding, that patience and flexibility to, you know, navigate the best way of working. And that's one thing we do at Moneyhub is, you know, we have that rigor around the best frameworks for onboarding, support, customer success, all due diligence, you know, all of that good stuff is really important to ensure that the challenges are met with the best way of working.
And that, just to add, you know, that best way of working is, you know, getting back to the hackathon in the early days, we have got completely shared goals, right? We've got our team have a shared vision that is one vision, and the goals are the same. So if you have alignment around that, then your teams can put the shoulder against that and move forward together. And, you know, so if there are bumps in the road, it's not, oh, Moneyhub's done that or Lloyds have done that. It's the team's problem to solve. You know, they need to tackle it together, or they need to escalate it. That's fine too. But, you know, it's having, if you've got a shared ownership around the goals and your vision in your partnership, then you are going to be much more successful. But you're also going to be able to collaborate and break down those goals, those issues, when they come.
Excellent. So it sounds like best practice to me. You've had your horizons widened and you've been well trained in how to work with the larger institutions. I think we are probably also at a point where we're going to wrap up shortly. But before we do, thank you for sharing your experiences with us. And what piece of advice would you offer people in the room, large or small, to taking forward partnerships in the future?
So from a fintech perspective, I've already mentioned that flexibility and patience, but I'm going to touch on it again, and it is having the right framework, the right systems, processes in place so that you can react at speed. Working with larger organisations, you have a lot more due diligence, a lot more questions, evidence, and I think with that, as long as the fintechs are set up right with their ways of working and continuously evolving those ways of working, because we learn on every project we do, I think that's key. And I think being part of that over the years is been a bit of a mantra of mine, is continuous improvement.
And I'd probably say, you know, be super open up front. You know, spend the time to make sure that you both understand where you are coming from and where you want to get to, so that shared vision. and be open about what you think the blockers are likely to be and how you're going to have to tackle those together, because they are going to be the things that ultimately will slow you down. But, you know, have fun too, right? I'm really excited to be working with Moneyhub. It's a fantastic company. I've learnt loads. You know, I've been in FS for 35 years, digital for over 25 years. I'm still learning loads. I absolutely love it. And, you know, I'm super excited to launch our product in a few months' time. And again, we're going to see what customers think, and we'll work together and build from there. So, yeah, be open, be honest, and collaborate from the get-go would be my tips.
Brilliant. So you're enjoying working together, you're achieving great outcomes for consumers, and having fun while you do it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.